How's it going? It's the 3rd of October. I've just popped out for a fish. It's about 11:15. I don't know how long I'm going to stay for. I can go home whenever time I want, but I do want to leave before it gets dark. I've rigged up with a dry fly, and then a 3mm beadhead worm, and then a unweighted caddis size 16. And I did go out on opening day in this exact stream, and I cleaned up. I got 8 good fish. River is very nice and low and clear. Absolutely pristine condition. Looks beautiful. Really looking forward to starting fishing, but I'm heading down where that tree goes across. There's a little run behind it where I sometimes catch fish, so I want to start out there and fish my way up. Hooked up. Second fish I've hooked. First pull. I lost the first one I hooked. This one's fighting pretty hard. I fished the pool and only hooked one over here, so I came up, put a cast over in the slack stuff here, and picked him up straight away. Don't know which fly he's taken, but I'm glad to be hooked up. Feels like a nice rainbow. Let's get him in. Oh, he's super fat. He's a lovely fish. Great condition. Oh, that is a absolute beauty. It's nearly 2.5 pounds. That is a beaut. I'm surprised I hooked him straight away. Here it is. Hopefully you guys can see that. Gorgeous. We're going to send him back. Here she goes. Awesome stuff. Stay tuned. Hooked up again on the worm. Took off the trailing caddis because it was getting tangled up, so I just left on the worm. And literally first cast after that last fish, put one over there, and halfway through the drift, dry goes down and hooked up to a feisty little rainbow. It's good stuff, man. 3 fish hooked in this pool so far. It's only first pull, first 10 minutes. He's fighting well. It was all good. Here it is. Beautiful little rainbow. Just going to nudge him out. Oh, off he goes. There he goes. Sweet. Again, put one cast into this little run here, and straight away something grabbed the worm. Lovely little rainbow. Actually, no, that won't work. Off you go, mate. Loving the worm. Absolutely loving it. Not a great place to hook a fish because all this, but we'll go for it. There is one. Oh shit, he jumped on the bank. That's weird. Well, it's a fish, and he for some reason launched onto the gravel over there, opposite side of the river, which was not great, but I pulled him back in the water pretty quick, so he should be okay. These little rainbows are quite hardy when it comes to scrambling around the place. There he is, guys. Beautiful looking little fish. Straight back. Oh, that was a fish. Something grabbed the worm. There's another one. Oh shit, he's going mad. It's a little fish, but he's going mad. This is a very awkward place to hook fish because I have to bring them through all sorts of snags. So this is basically the same as the last fish. It's basically identical. Just a piddly rainbow going for the worm, shooting around like a little rocket ship. Yeah, he definitely is. He's lovely. Bigger than I thought. He's quite fat too. Oh shit, oh shit. Oh, beautiful fish, beautiful. Oh man, he's pegged. Alright, here is awesome rainbow, perfect condition, very fat fish, and swimming off upstream. There he goes. I was just making my way up to the walking track so I could start heading way upstream, but I decided to have a flick in this little pool here, and I got hooked up to a lovely brown. So I'm glad I stopped for a flick. Lovely fish, beautiful colours. There you go, absolutely gorgeous. It shoots off downstream. After that last brown, and put one over in this little piece here, and straight away hooked up again. And I only had half of the worm left on there. The brown took half the tail with it, so now there's only a little bit left, so I didn't think it worked, but one cast was enough to show it works. Dude, look how fat that is. Absolute football. Just pegged in the side of the mouth there. There we go. Lovely little fat fish. Swims off. Here's what he ate. Half a worm left on there. Really, really loving this. This spot used to have a couple good fish in it, but I think it gets absolutely thrashed now. Hooked up right under those blackberries there on the nymph. I've run out of worms. They've all been blunted on rocks and bent, and the worm tails have been picked off. So now I'm down to just normal nymphs like I used to always fish, so no problem. Hooked a lovely rainbow. Would have been a good fish at one point, but now he's just super skinny. There he is, guys, lovely long rainbow. Swims off. I've changed to a size 10 dry with a grub hook, and it's more of like a beetle dry fly sort of thing. It's like a smaller dry. It's much smaller than what I had on. And I'm throwing this around the shallow section. Oh, there's one on that just tried to eat the dry. That fish, I don't know what's happening with that fish, but he missed it somehow. Oh, there he is. Just shooting around up the top there. That's next to him. Oh, there he is. Got him. It's a good fish actually. There's another good sized one next to him. Holy cow. This fish is smoking upstream. In the shallows now. What's going on? He's just beached himself. He's come off, but he's beached himself, so I better go put him back in the water. That's so weird. There's a good fish over there next where he's coming downstream. There he is. Lovely rainbow. This fish spooked him. Mate, what are you doing? He ate a small dry. Absolutely pristine fish. Just going to pop him back in the water and he'll shoot off. Anyway, I'll back off now and get back downstream. That was something a bit unusual. Hooked him. The fish itself shot over to the shallows. Old mud marlin, what the hell's he doing in here? I've never seen a carp in this water before. Wonder if I could foul him. He's looking at it. Oh, he ate it. But it came out of his mouth. I've hooked him. I've hooked him in the fin. That's a first. I've never caught a carp before. Oh shit, he's pretty powerful. This is very unusual for this stream. I've never seen a carp in this waterway before. I've never actually hooked one of these before. I hooked him in the tip of his fin. I do need to kill this fish because he's a pest. Very bad for the waterways, and I do need to whack him on the head. But it's pretty cool to have caught my first one. I've hooked a couple with worms and stuff before. This was the last thing I was expecting today. Beat up old carp. Nasty old mud marlin. No! Stop! This is super weird. This feels very strange to be hooked up to a carp. Come on! Oh my gosh! This is a freaking 4-weight, come on. Too much strain. It's like trying to catch a stingray, man. They just don't stop. My hand hurts, it really hurts, it hurts. Oh. Damn these things. Imagine if these ate flies, you'd have to use a freaking 12-weight to catch these things. Okay, I'm gonna beach them in the shallows over here. Oh man. Big old fish. Just tip him over on his side and he won't be able to move. He's gonna get pissed when he sees this net, man. Oh, bloody hell, that's actually pretty freaking massive. Oh dear. Okay guys, so I'm just going to weigh this big ass carp on my electronic scale, in pounds. Let's see how much you weigh, mate. It is 7 pounds. 7 pound carp, man. That's the second biggest fish I've ever caught on this fly rod. 7 pound carp. Damn! Look at the size of that thing. He's been donged on the head, so he's not going to lay eggs and reproduce and get heaps of these mud suckers around in this lovely little stream. Just laid him across this little bank here, away from the stream and away from the farm, just in this little nook, and he's dead. So that's going to help the environment, the ecosystem of this stream a lot. So hopefully the water isn't affected by those species in any time in the future, because they're really not good for it. And it was a good experience to catch one though. I've been trying to catch one for a few years now with worms and bread and all sorts, and I've come very close, but I've always lost them and had them come off. So that was the first, and don't really care that it's foul hooked, because it's a pest species. It's not something you got to try. It's not a sport fish, you know, not here anyway. Anyway, we'll get back into the trout, see if we can find a good 7 pound trout instead of a 7 pound carp, eh? Stay tuned. Just hooked up on the first cast after that last rainbow, and it's another one similar size, but this one has a mark on it, otherwise I would have thought it was the same fish. Beautiful little rainbows, man. Awesome stuff. He ate the dry fly and then popped onto the nymph. So he might have eaten both, or he might have gotten flossed. Either way, I've hooked him in the mouth, so it's good. Oh, there's a good brown. It's a really nice brown. Shit. No idea that was going to happen. Oh, it's a very good brown. Wow. Just got this awesome brown. Just nipped in the tip of the nose on that size 14 Copper John nymph. Lovely fish. Gorgeous. Awesome fish, man. Awesome. Here he is. Awesome. I've had a pretty awesome day so far. I've caught a pile of trout and a big carp as well, and it's been awesome. I've got a bunch of dry fly takes, a couple of them stuck, a few nice browns and rainbows. Really good fun, awesome blue skies, absolutely awesome sight fishing. It's actually been such a great day, and looks like I'm basically out of battery now on the GoPro, so I'm going to basically end up heading home now. I'm just going to finish fishing this little stretch and then I'll turn and head home. It's been a good day out, good video probably. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. Definitely stay tuned for more videos. This is just the first video of the new season. I don't know what's happening with me next year, because I might be moving down to the South Island, I'm not sure. But if so, you know, I'm still going to be fishing, so definitely subscribe to see awesome videos in future. Thanks for watching. See you guys later. See what happens. It's a bit too far over. Oh, I've hooked another fish on accident in the tail. This is a different fish. There we go. Just nicked in the fin. There we go, lovely rainbow. And he's off. Sweet.